Hello, hello. Greetings, everybody, and wherever you are. I hope you are all doing good wherever you are. Today I want to talk about the Asebu free land, the Asebu Pan-African village, the free land given out by the chief of Asebu, which is in the central region of Ghana. Yeah. I'm doing this because I have been seeing some videos which are misleading, and I think it can mislead many people to lose an opportunity. I have read some comments which says the land needs to be developed from scratch. I've heard some people saying it's a scam and so on. So I want to start about those who are saying it's a scam. Now, we must realize that it's a chief of that village who is giving out the land. It's not just somebody on the street who is coming out to give the land. Everything he said is known. The whole town know about what is going on. So the chief cannot disrespect himself. Okay? He cannot fool himself by lying to the people, by scamming people. And the chief is respected, as we all know. And also, there is no land which is free everywhere in the world. First of all, if it is free, you have to do the documentations. The documentations may cost you money. And even after the documentation, it doesn't mean you own that land, because that land may be sold to another person, 2, 3 people, which you have to go and fight for those land, which maybe you may lose it again. So you don't even know if you are sure of that land. But this land, you are 100% sure that you own it, because the chief is giving it to you. Okay? Now, those who are saying, what about if the place is developed and the chief is coming to take it from you? First of all, using a common sense, you know the chief cannot come and take land from, let's give an example, 100 people, just 100. 100 is not much, right? Or 50 or 100. You think it's going to be easy for the chief to come and take a land from 100 people in one community? No, it's not going to be easy at all. Don't think something like that is possible. Okay? So it's something very, very sure of that you are not going to lose that land. When you have that land, it belongs to you. Okay? Now, I want to address those who think that the land needs to be developed. It's a new land which needs to be developed, which needs to start from scratch. There are no roads, I want to give an example about where my family house is. Where my family house is. It's in the eastern region. It's in the Milinya Zongo. Zongo. It is in the Zongo, which is not far away from town. When we came to that land, when we came on that land was completely bush. There was few houses in that area. The roads, there were no roads. When it rains, it was very difficult to go in, because there were small bridges that when it rains, it overflow, and it's very difficult to cross. Okay? There was no light. I was using kerosene lamp to study when I had homeworks to do. The land I'm talking to you about today, over 30 years today, if you go into that community, you are going to be shocked how it is developed. The roads are tarred, electricity is everywhere, There, there are bridges on all the rivers which surround the city. Excuse me. The area is completely developed. It's not that the area, the land, you can find land which is expensive. You can't even find it. If you find it expensive, you are going to try and buy it because the area is a very good area. But you can't get the land to buy. That is what tells you that the area is completely developed. You have to go far away into outskirts of town to look for land. That place now was outskirts of town. Today is in the middle of town today. I hope you understand what I mean. Many people will tell you what I'm telling you. There are many Ghanaians who knew areas which were completely bush. Today, those areas are completely developed. They are completely developed. Before, it was very cheap. Some of them will refuse it. 20 years later, they'll come back and see that land they refused is completely developed. And they regret. Many of them regret. This is the same thing here. You may think it's the bush, but 20 years later, you come back to that same area, you will be shocked how it's developed. I can tell you many areas in Accra which were like that. Around 99, I was in area outskirts of Accra, which is called Kwabenya, which is Kwabenya Dome. Those areas were bush completely. Today, those areas are completely developed. You see what I mean? So, if you think about because it's a bush, no. It's never, that area changes whenever people get interested in, whenever people start building. Before you know, the area is completely developed. Now, in our area, when we came in, there was no schools, there was no hospitals. Now in the area, there are schools. There are even universities. There are secondary schools, universities, primary schools, all in the education, anything about the education sector, there exists in that area. Hospital, okay, supermarkets. The area have its own market. Before, when we went there was no market. You have to get out of town to go to the. Today, in the area, in that area, they have their own market. That tells you how the area is developed. Before, you have to walk out of town to look for taxi. Today is no more like that. You just stand on this, just come out of the street, and there is a taxi. You take a taxi. The area is completely developed today. That people who left that place for 20 years came back. They were shocked. So, don't you listen to these people who are lying to you, scammed, this and that. And this thing I'm telling you, you can write it somewhere. Today is 9th September. 9th September 2020. Okay? 10 years, 20 years ahead, you are going to remember me, what I said. So take advantage of this land, because you don't know when you are going to come across this kind of opportunity again. I am not worried. I am not gaining nothing from this land. I have not even lived in that area before. Even the central area, I have never been there before. I don't have any family there. I don't have anything to do with that place. So maybe somebody will say he's doing it to, no. I have nothing to gain in that when people are going there. But it's in your own interest. It's in your own interest. Okay, so this is all I can say. Take advantage of this opportunity. Okay, before it's too late. So, till we meet next time, peace.